All of them.
All of them.
Hi, John. How you going?
Okay. Are we close enough?
Yeah. Anyway.
Yes, I'm in the first row. Excellent.
So the plan for today is to go through a whole lot of PR material, some traffic PR material. At the end, we get you all to take on a couple of projects to bring back to your club. Now, first up, I want you to pair up, and put 2, 4, 6, 8. Pair up with someone you don't know, and I want you to tell them about your Toastmaster club. Do a warm-up exercise. I want you to do that in about 30 seconds. So tell them the good things about your Toastmaster club. Okay, okay, so just pair up with people. Can I pair up with John? Well,
That's really great.
and I'm going to talk about your club. All right, now if you could wrap up.
It's like a vocal setting that actually brings out more the vocal reality.
Now, can I ask you all to swap over, and I want the other person to talk about their club. Right, can you swap over now? Swap over.
Michael.
So John, can you talk about your club? I want you to talk about your club
So, the minimum dance thing, I'm guessing you have fun going So you really expect to see a person that does
All right, guys, can I get your attention? Now, what I want everyone to do now is I want you, one by one, to stand up and say why you are going to visit the other person's club. So, we're all talking about each other's clubs, so don't talk about your own club, you just say why you're going to visit David's club. So, do you want to start?
Okay. Well, hi everyone, I'm Sarah. I'm speaking to David. He is telling me about his club.
And make it about 30 seconds.
Oh, I can make it even shorter. David was telling me how his club is quite a nice group of people. So, and I think that's like my group as well. So, I'd like to see what David's club is like. And yeah.
Okay, good. Why are you going to visit?
Sarah comes from Mount Pritchard, which is at the Mounties Club. And I really like that venue. It's a great venue. They support the club really well. Sarah's been doing a newsletter to the club. So it seems to be quite an inclusive sort of club. I think the newsletter would be highlighting different members there. And I think they'd be a very nice group to meet as well. So I would like to be at one day.
Thank you.
What can I say? Campbelltown, so far away from the CBD, fresh air, and the opportunity to actually eat good food at both the clubs. So that would be my basic reason for going, for escaping from CBD.
And say your name too, by the way.
I'm Susan Newton.
Sorry.
I'm not really sure that I could visit youth club because it was so far away from Campbelltown and otherwise we don't go that far on our holiday. However, he is a member of one of the corporate clubs at Penrith area, I think.
No.
Sorry,
So it's yeah, North Ryde.
North Ryde. That's not quite so far away, that's around a half of my place. But I don't have any corporate clubs in my area and I thought it might be a good idea to see how a corporate club runs.
I'm Bradley from the Team Toastmasters, and I'd like to visit Lions Club that Focus Advanced because it's an advanced club where the minimum requirement to join is actually CC, which I just received. So I would like to see how people, mostly DTMs, conduct a meeting. And especially I like to have my speech evaluated by people that have been doing Toastmasters for that long.
I'm Martin Griffith from Focus Advanced Toastmasters Club and Trainers by Design. Brad's from European Valley Toastmasters, and he said what he really likes about the club is that it's a small club and the people are really, really friendly. And as an ex-area governor, I can think to myself, what I imagine would be wonderful is a large club with as many wonderful people as well, because large clubs tend to do very well as well. So small clubs are lovely, and particularly nice that they're also very friendly as well. I think that's very important with Toastmasters.
We haven't actually quite had a chance to kind of talk yet. Oh yeah, his name is Thierry, that's all I got.
So what's his club?
Oh yeah. Auction club.
What's up?
Auction.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you need some more time.
Yeah, you share it.
Sorry, my name is Thierry. This is Madeleine. Which one, Madeleine?
Flying coasters. Flying coasters.
Flying posters. So I definitely visit you because I have no idea what it is. You just have to tell me where. And I sorry. And we just find something in common. Just her first name is a French name and I'm French. So there you go. We already have some time. Oh, sorry.
Good morning. My name is Peter Dixon. I'm from Ashfield. I'd like to introduce John Ingalls. John Ingalls over here is a very experienced Toastmaster. John's a member of many clubs, but we just spoke about one which happened to be Thorn Lee. And the experiences where a club in the commercial world may change its times, and it makes it very awkward because John's lost 7 members recently. But I did like his power of positive thinking, and a week or two later, they put on a local promotion and they brought in 4 new members. Well done, John. I'll hand you back to John.
My friend was from Ashfield Club, and he's had a problem for the years. They've been going to get 10 out of 10 for their DCP, but they're finding this year that a lot of the office bearers aren't fulfilling their roles properly. They're sort of falling by the wayside a little bit, and they're trying to catch up to get all their officers doing their share of the thing to make sure it's a strong team. And that's maybe disappointing that they won't make their 10 DCPs this year.
Thank you. See you on your own. Introduce yourself and why we should visit your club.
Good morning, everybody. I'm like a little bit, I'm still sleepy, so. Okay, my name is Merrick Parmenter. I'm the member of Glenbrook Toastmasters as a public relations officer, and also.
It's working. Just hold him up.
Okay.
Like an ice cream.
Also, I am the member of 2 other clubs. And recently I became the member of District 70 Public Relations team. And in 2013 August, I joined the Toastmasters.
So your club is Glenbrook, is it?
Yeah.
Glenbrook's got a great Glenbrook was one that was struggling, and the current division governor decided to change the club, and they went from an ordinary club, and they went and decided to make it quality. Everything from putting tablecloths on tables, they changed the venue, and that shift that they did it over about a 2-year period. It went from a low membership club to a huge, strong club with just that focus to quality. That's something about your club. Surprising how I actually visited all of these clubs, and even Youth Club, it's not too far away. You and I were there just during the week for their anniversary, and it was certainly was going on here about your club.
Yeah. Thanks, Michael. So I'm Rebecca Plush, and I'm a member of only 4 clubs now. Yes. But the club I want to talk about is Canberra Advanced Toastmasters Club. It was formerly known as Majura Club, and it was the first club I joined when I joined in 1997. And it's been a club that's done the yo-yo. So it's done really well, and then it's fallen away. And it's done really well, and then it's fallen away. Fortunately, this time it fell away because a whole bunch of people leave all at once for work reasons. So what happened is this division governor came and Ledger and a few other of us got together, and we turned it into an advanced club. So we changed its name, changed its meeting time, changed the format of the meetings, changed everything about it except the location. And it's working really well. So we took a club that we were going to lose into an advanced club, which was desperately needed in Canberra. And anyone who complains of distance, I come to Stage Time Toastmasters up here, which is on right now. So I drive 3 hours each way to come to the club meeting. But that's nothing compared to the West Africans we heard about when we were over in Dubai, where they had to travel across 5 countries, and one of them they couldn't go to because they had Ebola. So distance is an interesting concept where we don't want to go outside the CBD, but then some places have to cross continents to get to places. So there you go.
I want to quickly talk about 2 clubs. One is a club called Travelling Gourmet. Now that club was a floundering club. We struggled to renew it. It had a different name. We changed the name. We changed the type of club to a moving gourmet club in the Phillip division. And we've got 15 or so, 12 or 15 members. The meetings are a lot of fun now. From something that was almost dead, we've created an experience that was really enjoyable. The other club, which on the surface you think you don't have a problem, that's my main club, which is Parramatta, a membership of 65 people. But don't think about it at all. And you'll see in the second half, the VPPR section, I've got some facts and figures that demonstrate what a club like that should be doing and it's not doing. So when you pull the data and you've actually got the records that you can actually come up with this information. Okay, now, before we go into the types of the brainstorming sessions about promotions, then at the back we've got Julia and Jamal. Now, you can't escape. Tell us about you and your club.
Hello everyone, good morning. Yeah, Juliana and I'm from Corporate Toastmasters, and you must come and visit my club because we do our meetings in 45 minutes. Like, on time, 8 o'clock, 3 speeches, table topics, evaluation, done and dusted, 8:55, 9 o'clock, people go to work. So if you want to be slick, you want to be an effective Toastmaster, Corporate Toastmasters.
Hey, wow. Yeah. Before we introduce Jim now, who's going to give a bit of a talk about other promotional events, I wanted to show you a quick video.
Oh, I'm not listening.
Yeah.
Rebecca, function before.
How old's your computer?
I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah. Is that on the screen?
Yeah, we'll do in a minute. We're really good with this technology thing.
Now this is going to demonstrate that just about any promotion is good promotion. Are you ready? Listen up. I'm getting enough attention. My hobby is harness racing. I want to show you harness racing.
Set. Green light, they're away. The little striker off the inside left well, showing speed. I'm a Toastmaster to quickly take the lead at the post the first time. Coming across is Better Watch Out the second. Lead time is 9.3. On settling down, it's I'm a Toastmaster, joined on the outside by Better Watch Out. The little striker takes the trail in third, length and a half away to Elio Ellie in fourth.
Did you break the internet, Michael?
I don't think so. I think we did. Oh yeah, no, we disconnected.
Technology and us, we're just person. Refresh the page now. There's lots of ways to use technology for PR, but if you do use it, make sure you know what you're doing. Just a piece of advice. There it is.
Half away, leads by a long head to Better Watch Out, who's edging close to the outside. In third spot is the little striker. 1-1 is Elio Ellie. In fact, the last 5 runners are all off the market pegs. A length away next to Living Style in 5th placing, then followed Susie So Sweet, Sports Denial, second to last, and a length away to Medowie in this last. 32 was the second split. It's a 62-8 first half. In front, I'm a Toastmaster, looking to break through at start number 3, leads by a neck. Second, the outside to the well-tried favourite, Better Watch Out. In third spot, the little striker, then Elio Ellie. Living Styles off the bit, 2 lengths away in 5th, and then Susie So Sweet, Sports Denial, still second last. Starting to make a run now, and last is Medowie Miss. Speed's really quick it up towards the 450 metres mark. I'm a Toastmaster in front, has them running off the back in a 29-5 third split. 3 parts of a length away to Better Watch Out, who's under pressure. Then followed the little striker, Susie So Sweet, runs on 3 and 4 deep at the corner in the green jacket. And then followed Sports Denial around the home corner. I'm a Toastmaster in front, 180 to go. Susie So Sweet runs to second, then the little striker back to the pegs and Sports Denial out wider. It's I'm a Toastmaster in front, Susie So Sweet a neck away. I'm a Toastmaster clean on, got in, beat Susie So Sweet ahead in the end. Third a photo, the little striker of Sports Denial. They're followed by Living Style. Oh, Better Watch it.
So, and whilst that's not a conventional way of promoting Toastmasters, it's something different. It's never been done anywhere in the world, but it's like when Fosters promote Fosters, they promote the sign above racetracks, knowing that people will see that sign. They won't just go and get a beer straight away, but we'll stick in their head. So, yeah, now I want to call up Juliana to give a bit of a talk about other forms of promotion. And then after this, we're then going to do a brainstorming session where we're going to take apart every possible way we can promote your club. Please, Juliana.
Everyone pretend I'm not starting yet. Just for timing purposes, Michael, would you be guiding?
Yeah.
Yeah, for timing purposes. Thank you. So, for those of you who don't know who I am, I've returned back to Toastmasters. So who hasn't met me? Yeah, the first time. Hello, welcome. It's such a privilege that I've come in and given the opportunity by David, Michael, and definitely with District to be the PR media team leader. I've been here in Toastmasters for 6 years ago. So I'm a distinguished Toastmaster. Yeah, right about that, Rebecca, yeah?
Yeah, that's
yes.
right. Yeah.
And my playground used to be Central Division, so I was an area governor, Central Division governor. My high performance leadership project was to set up the judging, the training, District 70 judging and training of international speech contests. So set up a system with our awesome Gary Wilson. He's like the father of Toastmasters. So, yeah, I got under his wing and did a HBL of high performance leadership project. It's just awesome. So that's a bit about me. I've come back in, and it can't be a way for people who get up on Saturday morning to come and see what they can do for the public relations of their club. Who are you guys? Yes. And it's the crazier and the craziest, the ones who lead this organization. Michael mentioned that I'm here to share or create with you what is other public relations method that we're looking at. It's not anything new, but we want to make it real, and we want to actually make it that it is another way that we are going to publicize Toastmasters. So at the moment, if I were just to ask you, what do you currently do in your clubs to promote the clubs? So what's the internal or inside your club? What do you do? Yes.
Newsletter?
Newsletter.
Newsletter and word of mouth.
Newsletter, word of mouth. Yeah.
We've got a newsletter and business cards.
Oh, nice. Yeah. And this will be brainstorm, but it's
Blogs on the internet.
on the internet. Yeah. And my tip here that I'm looking at distinguish, to make it distinct other forms of PR and what you do currently is what you do will have an internal reach, and what I then am championing with my team, and I have some team members in the room today I can introduce to you as well, is external forms of promotion. We are talking, and District has started, District 17 has started, cinema, advertising, external, big masses of audience, audienceship. So 3 minutes, 2 minutes, David? 2 minute cinema advertising, yes?
15 seconds.
15 seconds, sorry, yeah. So 15 seconds out there already. So we have a host that's called I'm Toastmaster. If you watch a movie by any chance, anyone watches a movie then, in future, you'll see a Toastmaster ad for 15 seconds. After cinema, what's the next external biggest promotion?
Social media.
Oh, not yet.
TV.
Yes, TV. We're not there yet.
Yeah.
Why? So we're not there yet, yeah? So from cinema to TV, thank you. And social media, not yet. Next to TV? Yes, we are there. This year, 5 slots given to us for free, less than $10,000 free to Toastmasters. Tony McAdam. Everyone say, Tony is a legend. 1, 2, 3. He got us about 7,000 worth of sponsorship on radio. 5 ads, guys. So Tony is a legend. Tony McAdam. Yeah, he's one of the person in the media team externally. And when David even attested this, we agreed that Toastmasters have been the best kept secret. Then we agreed no more. No more. It should read, Toastmasters is the best community organization that people will roll it out of their tongue when they want to come learn communication skills. Not Toastmasters is the best kept secret. Who's up for that? Who's up for transforming that and saying, yeah, you know what? I want it to be Toastmasters is the best community organization. And I'm now going to get into what our spiel was that Tony went in to the station manager with, that I'd like you to consider. If you were to look at the other means of media, we are already pushing in for that. So cinema, TV, not yet, so it's a blank. Radio, we're there. Social media. The PR media team has put podcast next to it. I was like, wow, so surprised. And sorry, the one next to TV is a documentary. So a club next to, and please fill me in with this one, Michael or David, Ching Hui. She's from Australian National.
She's a area governor in Newcastle, and one of the clubs is community, which is Newcastle Uni.
Thank you. She's in the PR media team. She has a member that's disabled, yeah? So with a disability. And they're doing a live off, so his live. And he chose to have a segment of him doing public speaking. So I think it's a channel like SBS, also it's not mainstream channel, that he's having his life as a disabled person put into as a documentary, and he selected one of his special moments in his life is to come to a Toastmaster meeting, that club, Toastmaster meeting. And you know what? When we were talking, Chingri and I just went, oh, media opportunity. She goes, really? I went, yes. And it was only a 5-minute conversation to actually get what goal you're sitting on, the goal, what possibilities in your club you're actually sitting on. So she, by passing, said, oh, that's what we're doing. I'm like, that's what you're doing? Well, that's in TV category. Because that documentary now can be used for our events or conferences, and also to be proud. We've got a member that actually chose our organization to be featured as part of his life. Yeah, who's moved right about now? Yeah, who wants to go meet this, like go to that club and meet that guy who actually put us in his life and something documentary worthy? Yeah, so I personally am gonna look at scheduling a time to go to that club just to thank him. Yeah, he makes me look good too, the PR media team. But I'm not the PR media team. I merely have the privilege to work with a team that if we were, and we are, going to be that silver bullet to penetrate out there and bring Toastmasters beyond, yeah, beyond your club, into your community, into the companies, the community, the organization, people that actually do not know about Toastmasters. Because remember, we are still sitting in the era that Toastmasters is the best kept. You talk like you don't believe it. Yeah, it is the best kept secret, yeah, at this moment. And when we say no, no more, then we've got to have a plan to pierce through and penetrate and break this era that it is the best kept secret. Instead, we want to be known as the best community organization that provides communication skills and training, yeah, and leadership. Okay, cool. Now, all that is great. So with the team, we only are the tip. So like I said, District 70 started the tip of it with David and the cinema ads, so 15 seconds, that's been created. Audio for those radio ads has been created and developed by District 70. It is at your disposal. If any of you know radio stations around that you do want these slots and be the next legend like Tony McAdam in District 70, please, you can contact us. So myself as the PR media team leader, yeah, and you will get our email addresses from the team, who we are, to actually send us an email and say, you know what, I want to give it a go. And guys, give it a go. That's all I ask.
Yeah. Can I just ask, is the radio, is that just mainstream or is this community radio?
It is Wollongong 198 FM. Wave FM, that's mainstream. Well, mainstream in a regional, isn't it?
It would be in Wollongong.
Yeah.
So it's a very localised type thing.
Yeah, yeah, to that population.
I've done the local community radio, which is what they call Woodstock and Burley. And that covers on very small, it's very close demographics, which are diverse demographics. But,
Have you considered that then? Have you actually considered that?
No, I've got up and spoke on the radio about all these things that have gone on, but as you say, we haven't really been pulled together and lifted it into a high plane because we were given our club context recently at a big club in Ashfield called West Leeds. Anyway, we went up to the bar as you do. And the guy said, what are you here for? And I said, Toastmasters, and the whole gaggle was behind. And obviously people didn't know anything about it. So there's another market to be able to send a brochure to a lot of clubs which we participate in. So a lot of them don't have that. I know when we go to our club or have a meeting, I make sure the brochures and everyone knows something about it. And we have it on a video wall running all the time with their other ads. But generally, when we're having these activities like competitions, most of the clubs know nothing about it. Like even here, there could be a sign or there could be a plaque to say we get these things donated and brochures and stuff like that. But that's the big picture stuff because thousands of people go to the club.
And it's really great that at the end of my presentation as well, where you fit in, because with the PR media team, so I will introduce Bradley. So if you want to stand up, so Bradley is part of the PR media team, and welcome, and meet you today. Yes, thank you. I have the privilege to work with you because I've got this list of names that David has approached people who are willing to put their hand up and say, I'll be part of the silver bullet. Yeah, pull me in the front. We're going to go in. We're going to penetrate and pierce through. So Bradley's one of the team members. Malek, yeah, she recently did a speech to Penrith Council for the International Women's Day. So that photo and that is already on Facebook as a social media. That's right, thank you. So we've got that in terms of the social media already in there. Now I got targets. I have targets to know that we're successfully pierced through this era, that we're the best kept secret. Boldly, team, I actually promised, and they know, they saw the numbers in the email. I promised, David, that will look at, was it 5 TV, 50 radio ads, 5 TV ads, and 50 press articles, 10 radio. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So let me just cancel all that. My numbers are 5 TV ads, 10 radio ads, and 50 press and articles. So if at the top here, we're piercing through the higher level, like you were saying, the radio, the cinema, TV, radio. Here, even our local newspaper, local magazines, local clubs, newsletter. I consider that external because they're not internal to the club. Their audience, their readership is naturally not Toastmaster members. That's why I consider external. That's why Bradley, we've got 8 in our team with a list of names, 8. I'll be dreaming if I think I can achieve 50 press articles. And today I stand before you say, you're all the PR media team, sound good? In the press articles. And anyone done that actually? Yes, please, can you share where?
And we have a local newspaper called the West Courier, and we have done articles in there, and what time, and it'll tell you the list of local clubs. So all of these things we've done at a local level.
What's the process?
It has to be ongoing, and it's like you're saying, this is happening at a local level, you need to do something wow factor to pull that all together, because the average punter knows nothing about it.
And please, play with us at the wow factor, no problem. As some of you then on project management or whatnot know as well, it integrates things that will count. Keep the conversation alive. People go to cinema, they see us. They go to the racetrack, they see us. They switch on the radio and drive to work, they hear us. Yeah, podcasts, they go onto social media, they hear us. But then there are people who like to read still. Newspaper, newsletter, or get the e-newspaper. May I just ask you to share, how was the process when you got your club into the local newspaper? Was it you have to write something, prepare
Got
something?
in contact with the editor and had an interview, and which I had from other organisations, and filled that in to be able to get them something short and condensed that they needed.
Yeah, that was great.
Some of the things we've done is at the local citizenship ceremony, I've got up and given a speech what Toastmaster is. As you know, you want to be captured audience of X amount of people. Half of them don't speak English, but we give it a go. So I utilise that every couple of months. And but it's got to be arranged. Like I say, this is what's chipping away locally. But we need to come up with something big.
I invite you. Will you join the PR meeting?
No, I'm doing this locally.
No problem. No problem.
Trying to finish the DPM.
No, thank you. And I will consider this the first start that you're actually opening out for us. Like, hey, I'm actually wanting to go that way too, So thank you. So roughly you can hear that's the process. Where we come in is we've got the template. We are looking to support you with article writing, but you've got something to share or say from your club. You are going to approach, or you know roughly the newspapers or newsletters around that you want to give it a go this year. You would like to put in some stories, and look, you spoke at a community function about Toastmaster. You're just sitting on gold. Yeah, so my ears are all about media, and you're sitting on gold. Like Ting Hui, when she was talking about that documentary, I was like, this is media gold. Yeah, so if anything you think of media gold and what, you don't think it's media gold, but you go, you know what, I'm just going to check in. Hey, Juliana, is this PR media? Because then I'd love someone to support us, our club, in a template. And so there's the other forms of public relations, or what you were saying now, that I like how you said it, that high level. But that's where I'm thinking the mission today of PR Bond people is that we want to transform the best kept secret to the best community organization that offers communication and leadership training. And how do I know? You're here. Yeah, and you can think your members how they've excelled in their communication and leadership. Yeah? Yeah.
Two of my clubs running tech, so is that part of the...
Can I give you my gold media face again? Yes. That is awesome. Share a bit. Well, yeah.
Macquarie University?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
So the live streamers can hear us. Yes.
So, yeah, I'm Area 53 Governor. Can you hear me, by the way?
Yep, and Bob can hear you on the road too.
So Macquarie University is one of my clubs, and I found out in April that they were running TEDx last year, and I suggested the president of that club coach, Macquarie University Board TEDx committee, and to become the coaching engine for the speakers. So they actually were the coaching engine for among the speakers in the TEDx presentation done by Macquarie University.
Could you explain what the TEDx is, please?
TEDx, TEDx, technology, education, and or entertainment and
Technology, education,
design. Yes, so basically short speeches for around 15-minute duration about something that the person is passionate about, and something that we're not allowed to sell anything, but it basically is something that
professional experience or knowledge.
Well, they don't have to be professional speakers. That's the beauty of what Toastmasters is. The engine behind coaching the speakers, so they would actually be able to deliver a professional speech at TEDx, is what it was all about. Now, it worked very well. Typically, it's about a 2 to 3 month period for the coaching period. But it's all on the website. And if you Google TEDx Macquarie University for last year, you'll find a whole pile of speakers for which Macquarie University Toastmasters were responsible for getting up and talking about. The second club was a corporate. It's Optus. They run TEDx internally as Optus, and they have 100 people in the audience. That's the cap for a corporate TEDx. You can only have 100 people in the audience. However, the quality of the presentations is still going to be at a high standard, and that's something that the person is passionate about. And we had some exemplary speakers, and again, I was on the committee, so I was a member of the SIPs. And so I was able to stay in that. And we've done it 2 years in a row now. So it's not bad. To be honest with you, if you've got a university in your area, it's a very good opportunity to actually trigger a TEDx event within the university itself. So the Toastmaster organisation itself could approach the student union or the council or wherever in the university and actually have a TEDx actually come to fruition.
The question was, is it at all universities the access of, so that's what you're saying, at
I'm just
universities
saying,
there'll be a
the
possibility.
potential is there.
Yeah, of that.
It's a good way. Universities love it because firstly they get corporate. Universities love it because they get corporate sponsorship, which is not cheap. So Optus, for example, kicked into Macquarie University to the tune of around $10,000 to $20,000 just for the event. But plus there was other companies as well. And for that they get sponsorship naming in that environment. So from a corporate, if you like, a corporate community responsibility point of view, it's good for a corporate to sponsor that. So Western University or whatever, Campbelltown would be local industries could sponsor a TEDx event there. So it's all opportunity.
Very much so. And David, yeah. I'm hearing this as well. I've got to check in with my boss because ultimately, the district governor. What's your comments on this? This has just opened up now, yeah? I mean, yeah, please.
TEDx is a great thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only got a question about TEDx in that there are very strict rules around TEDx within corporations. So, for example, I know about the one at Telstra. They can't actually take it outside Telstra and show it anywhere else. Now, it's great for the members, people who are there, and as Hugh says, up to 100 people. I'm just wondering how we can use that otherwise.
Universities are not.
They don't have that? They're a very straight TED event.
No, TEDx.
Because TEDx actually is normally corporate and they've got these strict rules around what they can and do.
We'll check, boss.
It's a great idea, and the fact that the Toastmasters Club is actually supporting them is even better. Fantastic.
So, some Toastmasters actually speak in TEDx as well.
Oh, wow. And can I just say
Hugh.
Can everyone say, Hugh, you legend? Wow, that was cool. One more time again. Hugh, you legend.
Don't do it once more, my heart will break.
Just,
I started 2 weeks ago. I started 2 weeks ago take course. So I think we should think about the schools, private schools, private college, TAFE, and uni. I think TEDx is a little bit professional and beyond us right now. I'm just assuming, why don't we start a small organization in TAFE? Because TAFE is a huge organization, and then if we started in some local area, that it will spread for other area. Versus, when you started talking on any units in a TAFE, for instance, sociology or community, anyway, all your presentation shows who is there, why she is talking so strong, and for the second day they ask, how can I speaking strongly like this, and then for the third day they know the Toastmasters. On the two of them at least want to join them. So I think we can publicize Toastmasters, schools, universities, and we should make a survey who is going to community college, private college, TAFE, university, and should start as starting kid and organizing a Toastmasters club in their units. And another idea, I'm a member of several charity groups and other groups. I have totally 5 club memberships, Lions, Rotary, and Smith Family, and the Dublin Club in the city center, and the Wood Crowd in the mountain area. So each time when you do any actions, they say, oh, she's a Toastmaster. So it is the way to publicize the Toastmaster. For instance, after my international speech, I requested, I asked for 2 different clubs to speak, because they realized how Toastmasters affected, because they realized how such kind of person 2 years, they join them and shy, and after 2 years, wow, it's like this. So I'm just thinking of organizing or joining other clubs, church clubs, or other such kind of do-it-yourself club, and then take the schools, other things. It's the best thing for publicize, because radio or television sometimes can't reach specific time.
You're stealing my thunder now. I want TV and radio. Give me the mic, thank you. Okay, that was my team member, yeah? So publicly I just had to go, no. I was just building the works to say, we are looking to share, and thank you so much. So I might retract one thing, no, do not stop. So we will go to schools, we will go to TEDx, we are in cinema, we're going to the toppest, that's even worse. And now we want to trickle down, but we can't do it ourselves, yeah, with the 8 members of the team, and neither should we. Because who am I? I'm you, I'm a Toastmaster member. Yeah, I went away, I came back, and it's still a best kept secret. Yeah, after 6 years. So, and not to invalidate everyone before that's done work in public relations. But we are talking about a couple of billion people, I mean, Australia, yeah? So it will need more than 8. It might need more than 100 Toastmasters doing it. And our clubs now are what, 300 over? So we might need all of the VPPR giving it a shot in one other media this year. That's all I ask. So one other media externally faced to join in the mission of the silver bullet, piercing through best kept secret. We no longer want that. So people like the person with the disabled they hold this organization in such a high esteem for themselves in their life. What about other people out there? What about the other ones that are missing out on this beautiful food at the Toastmaster Club and the, Yes, you'd like to, yes.
Martin Griffith, Focus Advanced Toastmasters. I'm just thinking, I started a MBA at Macquarie Graduate School of Management 20 years ago. And before you were allowed to start, you had to do a public speaking course. And I remember it was a Rogan course and it cost $600 and it was 2 days. And I spent 9 hours preparing for 3-minute presentations and did this the whole time. The old leave, but that
Yeah, what technique is that?
You know how you did it, anyway, don't do that at Toastmasters. But anyway, I just thought of that, any university that's holding an MBA, if Macquarie Graduate School of Management can be persuaded that public speaking is important to people that are going into management, any of the universities can, and maybe it be a speechcraft course rather than a roadshow course.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. My name is Catherine. I don't like advertising, but I like the idea of personal advertising. We all walk around with Myers bags and David Jones bags, and we're walking free and we pay to do that. But I've been trying recently to get my club to bring a motion so that we all get tiny little small pins similar to the size that David is wearing. And I believe that if you wear a very discreet pin, or for the men a tie pin, wherever you are, you're a walking advertisement. And someone will say, what's Toastmasters? And it just gives you the entry to talk to them. Or say you are giving a speech. It just gives you that little handle that people can latch onto to give you the opportunity to promote Toastmasters. I brought in a motion, but my club voted it down. But it's like probably $8 a person to buy a small pin. And to me, walking advertisements are sometimes better than letter drops and things like that, because it's one-to-one.
Yeah. Can I be given an opportunity to acknowledge you for bringing out that motion in your club? So look at it, tweak it, bring it up again. Because thank you. Breaking through something that currently does not exist, it's not easy. That's why you are legends. And you think, you dismiss it and go like, but anyone doing something that not currently exists, you're legends. You don't even have to pass the doona, yes? When you get up in the morning, you don't need to do nothing. And you do it, so thank you. So you were going to say, sorry, Michael, did you want to respond to Catherine, or can we have a...
We're going to get into the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, okay.
In a minute, so don't come to your solution yet.
Okay.
One of the clubs that I belong to used to give plastic carry bags to the new members as part of their new membership package. These plastic cases fell to pieces very easily. Our secretary went onto the TI website and discovered tote bags with the Toastmasters insignia. So it backs up what Catherine was saying, in that it's a walking advertisement. People put their stuff in the bag, which is big enough to carry all the manuals and other paraphernalia that people have. Plus, it's a walking advertisement for Toastmasters. And the older Toastmasters who didn't have one all wanted to know where they could buy one.
Okay, well, with that, thank you. And we've gone back internal, which is a really great way to complete how I started with other. And please don't lose the mission today, which is 3 out of silver bullet, penetrating to now, out there and beyond. So bringing Toastmasters outside from class with a method. I think I've warmed up the crowd a lot. They're ready for the nitty gritty. They're coming up with ideas. I've just only been told it's streamlined. So hello, everyone, that this is streamlined too. I didn't acknowledge that you're there and around, and Bob driving. We are crazy. Yeah? So if we are this crazy, I say take some actions that we effectively get results. I'm talking to them as well. Imagining these people on the streamline that actually make the effort to be with us, not here physically. That's something. And so make the actions count. Yeah, so that when you hear the horse call, I am Toastmaster, you sit in the cinema with your mates and suddenly it's Toastmaster, you're on the radio, Toastmaster, we're not such a cult. You can look at them and go, see, I told you, it works, we're everywhere. Yeah, so yeah, I'd love that for us this year. So thank you, back to you, Michael.
I wish I had your voice. Now, I want to go around to each person, I'll give you the mic. And I want to ask you, each one of you, to say how you found out about Toastmasters. Now, I don't want a 10-minute speech. I want a 30-second response. Now, I'll start with me and then I'll give it to Rebecca, and then we'll just go around the room. And it's going to come back to Julie on a silver bullet in a minute. So I found out about Toastmasters when a friend of mine was doing Speechcraft. He paid money for Speechcraft 3 years earlier, drove to the venue and went home. He was that scared. He wanted me to come and hold his hand. That's how I found out about Toastmasters.
Thanks, Michael. I was way back in the dim dark days of 1996 when I joined the workforce after being at uni. A graduate friend of mine had a new boyfriend who was a Toastmaster. So my first experience of Toastmasters was her dragging me along, because I didn't know what I was in for, to a division humorous speech contest, which her boyfriend was in. So I could meet the boyfriend and give the thumbs up, thumbs down, very important part of BFF-ness. And he was one of the competitors, and I think he came third. So it's all about cooking. But the interesting thing is I gave thumbs up to the boyfriend, and they were married and have 2 children. I'm not sure if they're still married. That's another whole story. But I also joined Toastmasters. I went to a club beginning of the next year, Majura, and insisted on signing up on the spot because I enjoyed myself so much. So maybe humor speech contest is the way to start.
So just
Well, I found out about Toastmasters through a friend. She kind of mentioned that she went to this, and at the time, I think it's like the Foster's ad. Like I just listened to it, and it didn't make me join the club. But then a few months down the track, I joined a committee, and we were organising a conference, and I found out that would be like one of the first opportunities where I'd have to get up on stage and speak to a crowd. And that's when I kind of remembered and thought back to Toastmasters, and then I visited the club and then joined them.
So it was a friend?
It was a friend.
Been with Toastmasters about 4, maybe 5 years now. Optus that time ran a speechcraft course. So I thought, and it was paid for by Optus, and they got deep pockets, so they actually put on food, and I thought, 3 meals. That was the broadcast, 3 meals. Wasn't talking. So I went along, and I got caught up in the enthusiasm and actually joined Toastmasters.
Okay, we'll come in, Dave.
11 years ago, more than 11 years, 2003 anyway, I was in a business mentorship. I had started a property company and I needed a lot of mentorship. We had to do partner interviews and then introduce our partner to the group. There was about 30 people in the room, mostly of whom I knew. And I got up and nothing happened, nothing came out. My arms sort of wet, my mouth was dry. We know all normal symptoms through fear. And he recommended me then to go and have a look at Toastmasters, which I did. I went to professional speakers in the city, and I eventually joined that club. And it was probably the best advice that he could have given me to do that. And of course, the rest is history.
Susan Newton, many people in my area will tell you the power of persuasion by Elaine Buckman. And to be honest, that's how I got into Toastmasters. My workplace thing changed, and I had to give presentations to people, which was very scary. And Helene said, I have the solution for you, speechcraft. And after speechcraft, it seemed just a waste of money to not continue, and so I joined, first of all, the Campbelltown Club, and then later on, McCarthy the Grange.
As to an answer that you want, Michael, I can't really say how I heard about Toastmasters. It was really just kind of a general pick-up that Toastmasters existed. And when it came to me needing to give a speech for my grandmother's 90th birthday, I went to the Toastmasters website, saw that there was a club just around the corner from where I lived, and thought, why not give it a go?
Actually, I was leafing through some old Toastmasters literature last night, and I came across the earliest recollection I can have, which was a letter drop from Hornsby Toastmasters in 1999. And it was an A4 sheet of paper that had been folded twice and then dropped in the letterbox. And I think that was what got me along to the Toastmasters Club for the first time, and I joined almost immediately.
I was always a backstage person, never out front. And I was just reading the local newspaper, which was the North Shore Times, and I saw an ad speechcraft. And being inquisitive, I thought I'd go and find it. It was just around the corner where it was going to be held. So I just went down there and joined it, and that's the end.
Hi, I'm Madeleine Solicitor. My partner Darren Gilchrist came home from work one day and suggested that he was suggested to consider that. And he said, there's this thing called table topic. And I'm like, what is that? So, and I remember this, I thought, table topic. It looked like a table and maybe a lot of topics there. And what do you do to that? That was something that made me curious to go and find out about table topics. So I decided to join a club near my work in North Sydney to find out what table topic was.
Yeah. Thierry here. About 2 years ago, a colleague of mine just had an idea of setting up a club in our company. And I trusted the guy. Toastmasters was a bit like you, a name that was sitting in my mind, like a household name, but didn't really know what it was. And I trusted the colleague, and I thought, what a better opportunity to learn to talk in public, overcome my fear, getting out of my comfort zone, and learn something at a really reasonable cost and in fun with a fun group. So that's my journey. I don't regret it.
My name is Peter, and I remember I was at a business networking opportunity. I had this strange guy start to make his way over to me. I thought, this is a bit weird. And he got closer and closer, and he said, have you heard of Toastmasters? I said, yes, I don't have time. I've got a business to run. I run St. John Ambulance. I'm putting in a vineyard. He said, I better go away. Anyway, it happened to be Philip Benton. And I said, well, I knew it was strange. Anyway, what happened, he said, look, Peter, wait time because we're going to start a new club at Ashfield next year, 8 years down the track.
Hello, my name is Catherine again. I had a high school casual job, and my boss at the time suggested I go to Toastmasters. Being young, you don't listen to adults. 40 years later, a friend dragged me along to a meeting. I'd always wanted to join, but I guess I didn't really know how to find it because there was no social media or advertising. So I went and I got hooked. And now I tell people, if I joined when I was 18, my career and my life would have been so much more fulfilling.
Melek Parmenter, nearly 2 years ago, one of the Bloom Club located in city near the Hyde Park. I was a member of, and one of the managers became member with Toastmaster. I trust her because she was so confident and she was perfect speaker. She said, I was the president of the Toastmaster in Blue Mountain area. Why don't you go and search on internet? Then I found several clubs and I joined one of them. That's it.
Hi, my name is Samuel. Actually, around 1.5 years back, I received a corporate communication. You mentioned about Toastmasters. I never heard of it and had no clue. Since I wanted to improve my, the communication skills and the confidence, I tried it. I liked it. That's how it started.
For me, Juliana. So I was at a barbecue and a friend of mine went, you love talking. I said, oh, yes, I do. And she goes, but you just keep on talking. You just never know how to keep quiet. She more said, you don't shut up. And then she belonged to Deloitte's Toastmasters, so that was 10 years ago. And she said, come to one of our lunchtime meetings at Deloitte's Toastmasters. So yeah, I went a bit petrified with seeing all these systematic speakers because they stopped when it was 1 minute, they stopped at 6 minutes. And I went, okay, I want a bit of that. There you go.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, that was real good. And by the way, it was remiss of me, I didn't introduce ourselves. Michael said and Rebecca Plush with the Lieutenant Governor's Marketing. The district should have started with that. My apologies. The one thing I wanted that exercise to prove was that, back to Juliana's silver bullet, there is no silver bullet. So there is no magic one cure fixes all to promote Toastmasters. Because I've done this exercise in a bigger crowd, and I've done it rapid fire. You know, it's been a bookmark, flyer, sign outside a meeting. Mother told me, look. And it's amazing how all the things we do can end this result. So we have to have everything working for us. It's a message that we're getting out. Rick Haynes often brings out, talks of a lady who went to his club because an ad he put in a newspaper 12 months earlier. She cut it out, folded it up, and kept it in a wallet. And she turned up 12 months later, went to the club and pulled this folded bit of paper out, and this is why she came. Something completely different. So what we're going to do is, in promoting Toastmasters, is to do anything and everything. And don't think it may not be effective immediately. It may be, like, you knew of the organisation, but how did you know? You just knew. So if we get that level of penetration, people will just know of it. Now, we're going to have a break in about 20 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll bring all this together. So what I want people to start doing now, we're going to do a bit of a brainstorming session. We've already started, so we're going to repeat some of the things that have already been said, but I want to know what is ways we can promote Toastmasters, and anything and everything. And we're going to get it all up on the whiteboard. Can I get a scribe? There's only one scribe in Toastmasters, and her name is Rebecca Flash. It's the best scribe.
Internationally even.
If there's a degree in scribing, it's Rebecca. And she has done internationally too. Yes. So, can we start now? Maybe if you guys yell it out, and for the purpose of the streaming, I'll repeat it so they can hear. So, ways of promoting Toastmasters. And we want anything and everything. Yep.
I was at a meeting the other evening, just yesterday, and a member had a elevator pitch, and all of the members listened to it, gave an evaluation of offers for improvement, and it just improved out of sight. And I thought, what's the elevator pitch for Toastmasters? That we've got 1,000 Toastmasters that can contribute to it, that we've got a 15-second pitch that everybody in the club, or everybody in the organisation or the district knows. That 15-second irresistible elevator pitch.
All right. Ideas to promote Toastmasters.
TEDx.
TEDx. Good.
Speechcraft.
Speechcraft. Man, Speechcraft is the #1 building tool.
Business networking meetings, they're quite powerful, and I speak a little bit at one that I go to every fortnight, and it turns out there's 3 other Toastmasters in that group. But now that people have been identified, we're taking turns to get up and talk, or subtly give brochures out about the Toastmasters. So there's an opportunity there because there's lots of business networking groups.
It's that word, that's spreading the message, so everyone will just know in the back of their mind, Toastmasters is where you go to university presentations. Now, everyone's going to figure that out.
Warm-blooded advertisers.
People?
You mean people? You mean not very close. Word of mouth.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, that Speechcraft is very good. That to me is the #1 way we can sell Toastmasters, because each one of us must know, I think I know 500 to 1,000 people, and people, they've done surveys, and people, about 85% of why people do things is on the recommendation of someone else. Now, if we went out ourselves and told every single person,
You want big.
we're not getting paid, but we could make Juliana's job redundant. We really could by going out there, and if every person everywhere at every opportunity, word of mouth told people, I want you to come to this. Now, I was at Ted's Club not Ted's Club, but the Hughes Club on, what day was it? Wednesday. And as I'm leaving, the waitress was collecting the pots and plants. And I said to the waitress, do you know what we're doing here? She said, no, toast something. And I said, well, do you know what it is? Not really. And she said, oh, but I don't like doing that. I said, well, that's why you do it. I said, you learn to swim because you don't know how to swim. And she stopped and she's thinking, it makes sense. But if every one of us, whenever we're anywhere, promoted Toastmasters, again at a restaurant, I said, are you out here studying? To the person taking my money, she said, yeah, I'm here studying English. Guess what I said next? Yes. Have you heard of Toastmasters? Yes. What is that? Now, if every one of us had that energy to promote Toastmasters word of mouth that way, man, 500 people, 500 people, 500 people. We could easily have double to triple the size of our organisation, as simple as that. Now, we believe in what it does for people. Well, it's a word of mouth, Catherine, and that's my soapbox. I love it. Okay?
If you've got a good speaker, approach your local Rotary Club and become a keynote speaker at one of their meetings or a few of their meetings.
Did it work?
Yeah.
I still like letterbox drops. We've had people come to our clubs 6 months after we've done a letterbox drop, same sort of thing. They've had it on their fridge for that time, and then at some time they've had the need and they've gone, oh, there it is.
And just like Rick does a degree in scribing, Rick Hay has a degree in letterboxing. And Rick says that you do an area, you give it a break, and you do it again in, say, 3 or 4 weeks' time, the same area, and then do it again in 3 or 4 weeks' time, the same area, and that repeat, consistent message gets through. Yeah. And it doesn't work.
It wasn't a letterbox drop, but it was pamphlets handed out at railway stations first thing in the morning.
Business cards. And what do these cost?
Almost nothing.
Almost nothing. And you'll have them and just hand them out. That's what I gave the lady at the restaurant. I said, you take one of these, and I'll serve them on the website. Just go and look. Oh, okay. And she might throw that out.
Is there an official one? Because I brought some back from the States where we went, you had the table there you bought them. But would you get them made up?
No, just template. If you go on the Postmaster website and type in brand portal, you can.
That's all the questions that people need to know because I'm back up. I've got you gave me something wrong here, and you need that advice because that's obvious. The people in the role that we've got,
this is the
all the other groups that I'm involved in. That's the first thing you should
just keep the brand.
But you have to find out how to go about it.
It's all described on
the
it's all written. We're going to summarise it at the end and have the answers as well.
And on the business card, then, once you get the funding correct, if you're willing to have a program of 3 things, so this stuff will do with 3 views, as long as you allow them to put on the other side, 3 by Vista print. So there's no cost to you. You don't get free of charge. And also on the letterbox drop, a lot of people walk their dogs. They like dogs, they've got dogs. So, and obviously in their local area, I think people have got to do the shopping with their
It's not indirect, it's not directly promoting Toastmasters, we're promoting it through the speechcraft course. A gentleman in one of our clubs and his wife were shopping and he didn't want to go into the shops shopping. He was walking along the street. He's an ex-engineer who'd been in Toastmasters and just come back in again. He walked into this engineering place, which was a civil engineering place, and talked to the HR manager about Toastmasters and introduced. Within a week, we were asked to do a speechcraft course within the premises. 2 months later, we were asked to come back and do it for another group. And several months after that, we were asked to go and do the same thing for their branch in Wollongong. So just the initiative of walking in and asking if they were interested and did they know about it.
I have a voice. It's persistence and just taking those opportunities. I also like the pin idea and the tote badge in the fall. So I'm going to put them up.
Yeah, in the line of word of mouth, email signature, whether it's business or personal, if you just put at the bottom, member of the Toastmasters Club, it excites curiosity in people.
Indeed.
This way. I would like to talk 3 things. First, voice of youth. In high schools, there are some kind of speak club activities. First, Toastmasters organizing these activities, some of them. And the second, some clubs like Lions or Rotary supporting these clubs. So I'm the member of Lions, Rotary, and the Toastmasters. So when you do such kind of club, you can reach parents, teachers, staffs, and students. You can reach at the same time 100 or 200 people. The second thing is podcasting. Podcasting criteria is especially just taking drivers on the traffic jam or wherever you go. You are just listening to the radio, and the podcasting or the radio announcement is the best way to capture the audience. We can start locally, and then I think we haven't got any podcasting for Australia. The third thing is club organizations, club cooperation. If you're a member of several clubs, you can reach at the same time 20, 50, 100 club members at the same time. And some of the clubs come together 3 months or annually, 3 or 4 or 5 clubs, you can reach at the same time 500 people. So if you are a member of one of the clubs, like me, and if you have a chance to speak, they know you are the Toastmasters, you are the representative, you are at the same time this year, became a public officer of several, at least 3 clubs at the same time because of Toastmasters. Yeah.
Just through a list of brainstorming we were part of some time ago with area governance, and one of them was peer. It's different. One we thought of was bookmarks in books at libraries and places like that, and magazines and doctor's surgeries and all those types of places.
The bottom line, the purpose of this exercise is to extract every possible marketing tool. And I have checked this, so whatever doesn't come up, we're going to give it there.
The obvious one is social media. Just share articles. Instead of putting updates about yourself, put updates about your club. And the latest activity or the contest you had and how much fun. I know in the corporate world on the internet, I'm trying to do some blogging, and I just report on the day before what happened to our club, how many people, the topic we've had, the fun we've had, and it's a very long battle, but it's just putting the message again and again. And everyone, in a while, we have a couple of new members signing in. So.
Some really good things that have not been mentioned yet.
Magazines. David mentioned a little bit earlier about what we do in the Qantas Club. We leave magazines that we already read and we don't chuck them. So we take them to the offices and put them, around the corners and away in the campus. We also take them to trains, the people that travel by train, and leave them in the train. Sort of get cool people, leave them behind.
I like it.
We also do the same when we go to like dentists and whatever places that there are magazines, and we pretend we forget to leave our magazines behind. Amazing.
Information tables at your local library or some of the community events. We did Ingleburn Alive last year, which is a big community event for the whole of Ingleburn Alive, which is a big community event for the whole of the Macarthur area. So we had lots of people come up and discuss, ask questions, those things. So information tables are a good way.
The other thing you do at Macarthur also is the Fishes Ghost Parade.
We didn't actually get into the Fishes Ghost Parade because we were too late to register, right. But the area governor is onto that this year for this November.
But the Fishes Ghost Parade, it's a parade run every year. They have Toastmasters at key points, giving the commentary.
Yeah.
Recently, ABC 702 Radio had a program on mentoring, so I signed up and was going to talk about how Toastmasters provides mentors for people, and it's a very valuable part of Toastmasters.
Actually, one of the things I personally search for is some of the winning speeches. I think that kind of thing would, easily persuade and easily be shared on social media as well. Personally, for me, I want to see some good speakers. Find any Toastmaster YouTube site or anywhere. Some of the So some of the guidance are there and some of the things are there, but not like the.
I think one reason could be is that they sell the videos professionally. That's why. But the winning speech from last year.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Okay. Maybe if it's like maybe like a 30-second, clip, that would work as well. Yeah. Okay.
Another thing that I forgot to mention that we do is we use the pull-up banners to put in front of the room and the venue when we have meetings, so people know what. Yeah, so you've got contact phone number and email address on that banner. Every time we need.
Yes. And there's an exciting thing,
I'd just like to add, we have a newsletter, The Gavel, and often I'm the editor of The Gavel, and I put often the websites and the blog sites in the newsletter so people can have a look at that when they have a bit more time to investigate other sources of advertising.
This could go for a while, myself, because I'm sure we're all doing stuff. What we've come up with is meetup, when some people are aware of this, and we actually put the times of our meeting times on there. And also what this lady said here, of all the community events. If you go into our council building, there will be brochures about Toastmasters. I put them in the local libraries. We're having a big community event called the Carnival of Cultures, which I started 16 years ago, coming up in 2 weeks' time, with 48,000 people go to it. And we've got a store, the local push to get that store. No one else in our area won that off, but that's the sort of stuff.
Okay. I think we're right. It was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we had a meetup demonstration with them. Meetup, I didn't quite know what meetup was, but meetup is where you can register an interest. And if someone puts on an event links to that interest, you get notified there's something on. And we had 25 people turn up to a Toastmaster demonstration meeting in town as a result of a meetup event. So if you promote your club on meetup, it certainly would happen.
Yeah, I'm an employer, and the last couple of years, what I've done is offer Toastmasters training, communication skills training to all successful job applicants. And in some of the positions that I offer, that's mandatory. That we do a training evaluation before the employment, and that's part of the employment contract. So written in the employment contract that this is provided, employer sponsored as well, so it doesn't cost anything.
One of the things I like to do is, in the vein of the subtle advertising, the pins and the tote bags, I don't do a lot of subtle, so for me it's a little bit less subtle than that. But when I won my first trophy at the Toastmasters contest, I put it on my desk at work. And I was on the corridor between the Chief Finance Officer and his senior subordinates, for want of a better phrase. So every time he walked past, I could see him seeing this trophy. And eventually he just stopped and said, "What is this?" And we had a whole conversation about Toastmasters. So it was, you never know what a conversation starter you have, so just use more was my advice there.
We talked about libraries and making promotions there. One library we went to, they invited us for a week before we were going to go on a Saturday for an all-day promotion to put our banner right up at the main entrance of the library. You couldn't miss it every time you walked in the library for the week before. Now, the other thing happened is during the day, because we have a few nationalities in our club, different nationalities were in our group standing behind it, talking to people. And we noticed, and we learned something from it, that people of a similar nationality went to the one that they recognised, and they felt comfortable, whereas sometimes they're a bit shy to talk to anyone, and they went to the nationality nearest to what they actually were themselves.
Yep.
Talk about the national speakers of Australia. I saw several members on Facebook. They say I'm a member of national speakers. Actually, because of them, I became a member. But when you look at all the meetings, seminars, and lectures, it costs so much, 300, 700 like this. But it might be a benefit. Maybe we should consider about it.
I know we've got a website up there, but a good active live website can bring in, because that's the first people go to for anything is Google, number one. Now, there's still a couple of huge things we've missed. Yeah.
Oh, name a racehorse?
Name a racehorse.
Racehorse is one, okay.
A race car.
A real racehorse.
We all get the newspaper, don't we?
No.
No, really? Local newspapers?
Local newspapers.
Local newspapers? Okay. Okay, well, there are local newspapers around, and people, every local newspaper has a what's on. Who's in it? They should be in the what's on. Who's ever submitted an article to a newspaper? Right, does that work?
Sometimes.
Okay. So if you're writing an article for a newspaper, what are you going to do? Yeah. Sorry? Yeah. Well, there's a couple of things I heard before that.
You can give a link to the website as well.
Okay.
Sometimes I may not run with your article, and they might get what editors away. I'll twist it and turn it and take the bits that they want. So they might get other information off the website.
Yeah. What other resources do we have to help you write the article?
Juliana?
It is available on the website.
Well done. Yeah. Juliana's team is available to help you write newspaper articles.
Bradley here.
Yeah.
Real life, yes.
Okay. Because, don't forget, there's one club I'm helping out. For the last 32 years, they're part of a youth exchange program where they run this youth. Now, they've never got in a local paper for that. So they're going to be contacting through you, Juliana. Yeah, that has to happen. They're going to get in the
Actually, why don't we put the PR media team there? Because you never know what you're sitting on. So I just want to reinforce that you're sitting on gold sometimes. PR media gold, and you just don't see it because you're managing a whole club and stuff.
Yeah.
So you're sitting on some fantastic member stories, what they got. So yeah.
There was an area governor in the campaign area. He was blind and he had his dog, and he was an area governor. And he'd introduce his speakers on his little Walkman. He'd say what the speech title is beforehand. He'd listen to it. And that would be one fabulous newspaper story.
Well, I just say that that was submitted to the local paper, and
But
they cut it. They never ever printed it.
Susan, the guy who made WD-40, it's called 40 because that 40 attempts. You don't stop. You just don't stop. Yeah.
Do we have any car stickers?
Speakers, there was.
There is. If you look at Joan Rinaldi's car, plus Joan Rinaldi, her whole back windscreen is one big advertisement for Toastmasters. You can still organise those if you, so that's, I've lost the ability to speak. That's a really good way of doing things as well. So that kind of, because it really attracted attention to the point some of my Toastmaster friends at the semi-annual conference have walked past and said, whose car is that and where can I get it? So.
Okay, so that's window advertising and car stickers. Toastmasters sell one, I think. Yeah, a little round one. Okay.
That personal pin, Catherine's
Pin?
talking about.
Have we got a pin up there?
Yep.
Pin?
Yeah. It's been hard to read now. So much.
Good, that's a good problem.
Yes.
The board is full.
Yeah.
How about earrings?
About
TI jewellery, Roger.
about 3 months, guys. About 3 months ago, I got contacted through my link on one of the websites by a community radio station. They wanted an interview. They interviewed me. I went for 35 minutes. I could have gone for 2 hours.
Yep.
Community radio. Did you have that on there?
It's, I think so.
Okay. Yep.
I could just make a comment about that community radio. It's, I went at 2 Triple H and I had an 8-minute slot, but the guy after me didn't show up, so I got paid 6 minutes.
Well done.
And the nice part about it was you can have your paper there in front of you and there's no audience to see you reading it. So it's, you've rehearsed it, you got it word perfect, and you've got your notes in. You just got to be careful not to shuffle the papers. But it was quite easy. It was quite relaxed. And
A couple of Toastmasters in the community radio. After I did that one of my mates in radio Canberra, and he interviewed me as well for 8 minutes. It had to be 8 minutes, that was their time slot. So that went really well. So, yep.
just something that popped into my mind. My kids start at school public speaking, they do a speech, young kids. And they have to perform in front of the audience to tell what happened on their holiday. Why don't we have a program for kids where we could help them just to teach? I don't know.
We don't tell them all about it.
Because
we have youth leadership programs, but we don't do it very well.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Scots College has a junior Toastmasters organisation.
Who's going to the annual conference?
Me.
So, yeah, choice.
On the Friday night is the youth showcase.
But further to what Terry was saying, in the Liverpool area, the Catholic schools, they're having primary schools speaking competition, and they actually approached Melita Devi and asked her to organise Toastmasters to come and judge at those. So that was an opportunity to promote Toastmasters, at least to the parents.
Just, I'm wondering, in Toastmasters, if it is okay, I can. Okay, in Toastmasters, we have executive committee and VPR, president, treasurer, but I'm just assuming that if each committee has subcommittee, like if you are public relations officer, you are just only one person, but if you have two other more members, you can be more effective. So what can we do? Maybe we can reorganize or the executive committee and the subcommittee like this, and some seminars or workshops for each organization. Because I'm just doing something by myself, but sometimes I can't. If I am not attending the meeting, there's no one take a picture of the event and put on the Facebook. So we have got area 38 persons pictures on the Facebook because I was in the seminar. But if I have two more members, so if they give responsibility, they can do it. But I asked, they forget it. They said they have other schedules. So maybe we can organize some things like this.
I think the solution here is to just, because the portfolio for each club is having seven executive positions. Someone's even that's a struggle to fill. So if you have one of those executive positions, you can call for assistance. Have an assistant, line someone up at your club to do that and make it work.
But it didn't work.
Yeah, but Toastmaster, I don't think is going to add two more people to each committee, otherwise you'll have a committee to
Nothing will ever get done.
yeah. Sorry, John.
He's exploding with information.
We've talked about running youth leadership courses in schools. It's a good chance because someone in your club can organise the PC, the Parents and Citizens magazine or newsletter that can talk about Toastmasters. You can say, our members of the school have been attending a youth leadership course and they've been run by the local Toastmasters club, and they get a promotion to the parents that way.
Just to endorse what John's saying, I did one locally when I was the area youth leadership, whatever you want to call it, worker coordinator a couple of years ago. I did one in Ashfield and it was great. I also run the largest cadet division of St. John Cadets in the country with 70 kids, and I've started off part of the youth leadership program, but obviously I need a bit more help with that. So it's on the boil.
Just following on from the pin idea, why don't people put a Toastmasters badge with their car keys? Because how often do you see people's car keys lying on a desk or countertop?
Good ideas.
You know, your team, sorry, your media team is, you've got someone writing, to help writing articles. Well, you can go through them again, because then, now what I want you to do is to think of where you can utilise the resources we have.
Michael, thank you so much. So that's following Malik, what you were saying, which is great, right? So in the district level, there's the PR team. So this is Michael and then Rebecca, and the PR, VPPR from club level. So the PR media team that's looking at the external side, if you like, assist with radio and TV, every region. So north, south, east, west. So we have a representative like that. And there are some Toastmasters like the CBD one, Debbie Tibbles, who has never been to media. So people like you who've been involved, we'd love to look at what was the process that worked. Take that on and we disseminate that. So that's where the whole loop, is being created. We still take it from people who have done it. But there's one representative like Debbie saying, hey, I'm willing to look out for CBD because it's main radios, like today, so like what, big radios? She goes, Giuliani, sure, I'm going to do this. And I'm like, don't worry, we've got like thousands of other Toastmasters around us. So they will assist and support as well. So that's Debbie Tibbles, Tony McAdam for South. So he's doing great work for Wollongong, from the Wollongong area, but hopefully more South as well. Blue Mountain, so Malik's going to go and get in contact with radio there. And TV stations, while it's mainstream, we're going to regional as well. So at the moment, that's the names I've got for radio, TV. Then Bradley, and we'll have these emailed out electronically, is when you look at written. So anything press, blog, newsletter, anything media worthy, you want to check it? Send the email through. So I'm sitting down here, like your cadetship, you were sharing this now. I went, where can I just pick up, call you, write an article about what you're looking to do?
Yeah, I see.
And send it out internally to us. Send it out externally
Another
to.
question, why don't we just have one particular, I know other organisations do. We have like Toastmasters Week where we give a big push. I've been also involved in State Emergency Service for 30 years and they have an SES Week. So they publicise it full on for that week, And maybe we should be doing that. And I don't know, I'm assuming you have a marketing plan because obviously you need to be going somewhere.
May I just say with the organised event, I pass it back to PR team. Because that sounds like an organised event where we had the soap boxes or whatever, organised event. I'm media, the team that we've got at the moment. So I stopped at press and articles preparation. Then we've got Donna Pace, who's interviewer of maybe the council person or someone that's a prominent in your area. So in the PR media team, then like at the moment, we'll have the speaker coming out for our annual conference. Yeah, David? And David was saying, okay, PR media team, Donna Pace, you interview, we get that information. So maybe you, Bradley, or this other person, name escapes me, I'm sorry, in terms of my team that deals with press, gets it in writing, puts it in that format to disseminate anywhere in our website or local newspapers.
News releases?
But interviewing prominent people. So the example I was giving is just our Toastmaster speaker that's coming for our annual conference. What I'm taking it is doing an internal, sharing it with us, that's great, but sharing it externally too, about who this speaker is that comes to Toastmaster, and hopefully that matches, you're speaking at National Speakers Association to show that this is the caliber of Toastmaster as well, speakers level. And who knows, councils pick it up.
Building up a repertoire.
Yeah, outside, internally, outside there, yeah.
I just have a question. Are you sort of planning to put this kind of material in like a pool or some sort of system that we can access so that we can pick and choose, don't have to come to you every single time?
So great. That was the start, the genesis. This is the start of where can I get content? So when I was putting the team together, that's all great. And that's my final link where VPPRs just sit beautifully. You are the content because you see that in the club, all these stories, all these members, all their achievement, their accomplishment, what they're setting out to do, new projects in the club. Yeah, send it back. I don't know how the structure would look like, and then I can give it today because at the moment the funnel is empty. It's as the VPPRs go out to do something, it happens. TEDx has happened, yeah? It's out there, but it's quite sporadic. And thank you for that, because the last bit of the PR media team is content. And it will only be the 8 people in the PR media team that then has to go out like journalists. I'm thinking, okay, well, I invite all of you, just send, please, because I'd rather have that problem, a chopped up inbox of, hey, can you possibly use this? Hey, cadet shit, I'm doing this. Hey, I'm doing that. And then you see my media goal face, yeah? Like that.
Okay, so if people want to utilise media releases, they go to the media releases. If they've got a newspaper article, they do the same. If they want TV exposure, is that you take that as well?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Now we've got produced ads. We've got produced radio ads.
Yep.
Okay, so they can go on community radio.
So the audio 5, done. The one cinema 15 second,
Yeah.
I imagine, except for formatting. Yeah, David, take it away.
That cinema is being reformatted for television.
Gotcha.
And I believe that Tony Mayer has organised a contact in Prime 7 network. They will be getting it out.
So,
Yeah, that's okay, thank you.
now, just imagine you've got your little bookmark, or you've got a little key ring with the postmasters on it, and then you see it on a TV ad or at the cinema. It just, that cements the whole thing all together, because you think this organisation is not just here, but it's a global organisation. So, yeah.
And then we can have Catherine, we can pass the motion. See, we should wear this pin in the club.
Yep.
Those TV and radio ads, are they available to display also on intranet sites? Like, can we use those TV ads, those radio spots on intranets to promote it internally in a company?
I might direct that to David, because like a structural, will the TV, the ad that we're formatting and can be prepared on TV available? So that people who want to access it.
To broadcast on the internet.
Oh.
I have an MP4 of it. Okay. And some of us do have it. Do you have it, Michael?
I'm sure I do.
All right, if not, I might have it on a USB with me now. With an MP4, but it's about 15 megabyte or so.
Oh, I'm not worried.
This is,
I
we
just
want
want
to put this on
material
our
I
website
can
and
do regularly every week.
it's available for you. It's available for you. I possibly in the next newsletter we might get a link out there.
Hello, microphone. The rare thing in Toastmasters.
I just need to find out a bit more about how to set up accounts.
It's an interesting one. I set one up for another organisation that I'm a part of, and it's actually really easy once you know where to go. But I'm sure someone else had said they were using Meetup in here, didn't they? So I'd nab him during the break and help him out. Because one of the other resources we have are people in this room right now. And other club officers, past PR officers, senior members, all those people in the clubs, people we meet at conferences, people we meet at training, they are an excellent source of advice, thoughts, whatever. So during breaks at these things, I always try and meet someone new and see if I can find something out. But just have a coffee with them, talk to them over the water cooler, or virtual water cooler these days, you know what I mean, and talk to people, because there was, in this room, I mean, we've already had so many examples of people doing so many different things. So, yes, nab him with the break. That's my advice there.
All these promotional gadgets like stickers, bumper bar, key rings, or jewelry, or whatever. So I think they are a great idea, but the items that should be made readily available. Let's say if we have a couple of times like CLT, people come to the training, there should be pools of those materials readily accessible, sell them $5 or whatever, but they're not easily accessible. But people don't go and order them online and stuff like that. But if they're here, $5, $2 pop is easier, and also we could have that be something that we encourage clubs to purchase and give as part of an icebreaker, or in addition to the ribbon. So when people start using it, like people go around with bottles for their gym, for example, they put stickers around the bottles and things like that. If all this material are easily accessible.
Thanks for that. In the past, we've had a lot of that stuff at conferences, and it hasn't actually been, sometimes it's picked up really well, sometimes it hasn't, depending on that. It is all quite easily available online, a lot of that stuff, and it's not that expensive, and most of that stuff is local. We hold it locally as well, but I think Michael's got some more to add.
I've often helped the supplies people get rid of stock that's not selling, and can sell these, and I go and buy. But it's stuff like this that people just don't buy it, and they bring it to the conferences, and we have to almost give it away to people, and they just need to take it because they're just not. And then end up having a whole lot of stock and little visible tickets that just doesn't move. So it's been available, but it just doesn't buy. So,
Sorry, I saw the opportunity just to respond because it's not a brand name yet known out there and a powerful community organization that trains people in leadership and communication. And it works because you can ask the 10,000 other members that are in Toastmasters. So I think when we get to that point, hopefully that behavior will change. Everyone will be grabbing the next edition of the newest design of, I love the idea here, I don't know if you heard, okay, Toastmaster earrings.
Yeah, I wrote it up.
I reckon it applies for the first person to get the Toastmaster logo tattoo on their back.
That is unfair, Michael.
Now, there are a couple more things. On the district portal, and we'll put this link in the material we send at the end, there's access to a whole lot of slides you can use. You can download these slides, put your club meeting on there. If you're in a corporate event, stick them around everywhere. Now, we can have a short break. When we come back from the break, this is going to be a challenge. You're all going to be asked to come up with 1 or 2 projects that you can take back to your club. Now, I don't want to make a little project, but I want that to be projects where you're annoying Juliana and the team, and I want Juliana to be saying, Michael, can you tell these people to stop contacting me? That's the message I want to get. Okay, but you've got these people who are great writers, whatever else, and we can do the small projects too. I want you to come back and think about projects that you can take on, and then we're going to wrap all this up. So we'll be back here at about 11 o'clock, okay?
What time did it finish?
12 o'clock. Right. So we'll be back at 11 o'clock sharp. If you want coffee, you have to rush. Sorry, did anyone have anything to say? No? We've covered everything.